Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name's Becky. We're not in the craft room today, as you can see. I wonder if anyone can guess where I'm heading. So this is a local craft shop. I'm sure a lot of people in the UK have got one near to them. It can be a little bit pricey, so I am in Hobbycraft. Sort of usually almost always go straight upstairs to have a little look at the fat quarters, just to see if anything takes my fancy. Because I am doing the flower themed bundles at the moment, I'm sort of just looking for anything that's a little bit different, but the fat quarters have gone up massively. £9.50 for a pack. So I think that's quite expensive. I did like the look of these sort of tie-dye. I will apologise for the camera angle at the beginning because I seem to be really zoomed in, but I have realised partway through, so just bear with me whilst everything's giant and you haven't got a very good view the first few minutes. So I did see lots of different designs that I liked. I did like the paint one at the beginning, so I may go back for those at some point, but I just can't justify £9.50 at the moment, and I've got so much fabric really, so I was just having a little nosy. Then there was the paper flowers, which I was tempted by the little mini paper flowers, but then I thought, well really I've got die cuts of flowers already, so I just need to take the time to actually use them, and I've got loads of paper. So I just need to, just use things up really. But I was tempted, but I did think £4.50. But then there is 60, so yeah, I did leave those in the end. There's lots of wooden little shapes and things like that there, which I have got a lot of already, so I didn't really need anything in that section. I was looking for sort of flower charms. So I had a little look through the jewellery section where they have all the beads. They have got a really good selection here actually. I was tempted by those little diamante ones. Then I realised, that's where I realised I should have zoomed the camera out, so you will get a better angle of everything now. And I really liked all the bright colours at the top there. But again, they're quite pricey, so a small tub of, you can do like a mixture, like a dolly mixture sort of thing, is £5 for the beads and things like that. And then there was another section with some more beads and some charms and things, but nothing really. I did quite like the look of the moons, but that's because I like moon things. So yeah, that was those, but there wasn't anything flower themed there. Then I always usually look down the ribbon section, again sort of flower themed. I was looking for, there wasn't a lot really for the flower bit. There is like a really good selection of ribbon, but I didn't really see anything that was flowery until this sort of binding caught my eye on this, I don't know where it is now, but I do grab that in a second. So that binding sort of caught my eye there, so that was something that I've grabbed. And then I went down the paper section, another good selection. It does seem to be quite empty in parts. I hope they're not going. I hope Hobbycraft doesn't leave, because it is handy. And I do try and get things from local shops, but when they're just certain things are so expensive, I just can't really justify it. And it's hard because you want to support local shops, but when the prices are extortionate. That was the paper section, the 12 by 12 there, and then I went into the stamp section. Again, it was looking a bit empty. I don't suppose many people buy the wooden block stamps anymore. I do occasionally. And the clear stamps, there wasn't much there either. And they don't do a lot of the Ranger in here. I like the Ranger ink, but I can't seem to get it anywhere other than online. And then there's a massive button section, so I had a little nosy through the buttons. But if you've seen my videos recently, you probably know that I've got a lot of buttons already, even though this was very tempting. And all like the pattern cutting pieces and things like that there. I don't know if that's the right name for them. Scissors, I'm always tempted by scissors, but again, I've got enough at the moment. but I always like to have a little look. And then lots of button sewing things, poppers, things like that, in this section. And then I had a look in the cotton section, and I was looking really for anything that's sort of reduced, but there wasn't really a lot on sale today. I don't really get a lot of that in Hobbycraft. And then there was all the fabric. I had a little nosy at the fabric. They caught my eye there because they're £20 for a pack of different colours, but I don't think they're really colours that I will use, and that's quite a lot of money as well. More fabrics and things. And then I did find a reduced fabric bin, but I did have a rummage. It's always worth having a look because there is sometimes some little hidden gems in these reduced bins, but I didn't really, nothing really caught my eye. I did like the look of that blue, not that one, the one before I touched, but no, nothing really stood out to me. So, and there was some weird sort of shiny stuff, I'm sure could be used in costumes and things like that. So it was worth having a look, but I didn't find anything that caught my attention really there. And then I just had a wander downstairs. I always look in the wedding section because sometimes I have some good offers on bulk buying, sort of gift tags and things like that. So I did have a look in that section, the wedding section, downstairs. But I couldn't find what I normally get, so that was strange. I normally get quite a big pack of gift tags, brown gift tags, or the cream ones, but they weren't there. So, and just a quick nosy in the other, that's all the wedding section there I was having a look at, but I couldn't see any tags at all. So that was a shame, but yeah, so I did grab a couple of things. It's always worth having a look in your local shops to see, what they've got around. They always have a good selection of glue, but a lot of it's turned to their own brand, which is fine. I haven't tried their fabric glue. They don't do Fabri-Tac. I have to get that online. And that's the one that I use the most, and I use Mod Podge. I have tried their own. This is what I ended up getting. So I got quite a lot of the binding, the flower binding, and this embossed gold paper. I quite liked it. It wasn't too gold, so I'll be able to use that. So that's what I got. So thank you very much for tuning in. Keep an eye out for more videos coming soon. And if you liked this, please like and subscribe. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Take care.